hello. Today is Sunday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And you are watching the Viewscreen.
The Viewscreen is your weekly Star Trek magazine show with streaming live all over YouTube with news, features, and lots of love for our Star Trek family all around the world.
If you're not able to tune in live, don't worry. Just come to YouTube, watch the replay, or you can hear us on our podcast, The Viewscreen, and it's available wherever you get them. So come back and listen.
We really do appreciate all of your support and would like to remind you of the 287th rule of acquisition: subscribers equals profit. So please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to make sure that you never miss an episode of the Viewscreen and to show your support. We have got a goal of reaching 100 subscribers by the end of our 10 episode run this season. So as of today, we have 76. So we're a little short, but there's still time. There's still time. If you hit that button right now, we maybe could hit our target on this, our final episode of our run this season.
Oh, don't remind me. Yeah, we are here just this week. But you can continue having fun with us discussing all things Star Trek by joining our Facebook group, the BQN Collective. And we have a new Discord server. Very excited. I am really enjoying Discord, you guys. So get on there. The invite code is in the show notes. So go ahead and join us on Discord. Really would love to see you there having so much fun. And welcome to those who are watching us live.
Welcome, guys. Hey, Rashid, welcome back.
And hi, Tim. Good afternoon from the UK. And Tom, hello. Tom's in on Discord. I'm just saying.
All our UK viewers are putting you to shame, Amy. Everyone.
I know.
Live at 5 here in Manchester. Oh, so Amy, here we are. We're at episode 10. We made it.
We did great. This was so much fun. I'm really honored that anyone would watch us, first of all. But then to have all these guests come on, all our favorite people, such a wonderful time.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of recap on the ethos of the show, we just wanted to do a panel show, talking heads, but really invite all of our friends and people we've met at conventions to appear and share not only their love for Star Trek, but their other skills and hobbies, be it cooking, be it something about the roles at work and the skill set. So I think we've done that. We've introduced you to a lot of people with a variety of little segments. And yeah, we now have got to episode 10.
Yep.
Started straight after Christmas, and we've now arrived at Easter. Wow.
Yes. Well, should we let them know we're going to have a second season?
So yeah, we are in pre-production planning to get some more guests booked for season 2 of the Viewscreen, which is going to be coming later this year. If you keep on top of all the socials, on Discord, on the BQN Collective, you'll find out as we start to plug that later at the end of summer. It's been a long road, Tim. It has, getting from there to here.
And Rashid, that's awesome. Looking forward to season 2. Yes, so are we. So we're in pre-production mode, getting things going. But later in the year, we will have a season 2. So that's a little tidbit of news for you.
But before we get to season 2, and even before we end season 1, why don't we take a look at what's coming up on this episode 10, our finale? So Kristin's back joining us with all of the news and trending of the week. Hey.
Let me introduce JJ Seastrum with his sharing arts and crafts.
Hey, JJ. And then we're going to finish off as we started. We're bookending our season with trivia with Jim. Jim's back with us. Hey, Jim.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be so much fun. So shall we begin?
Let's welcome back Kristin.
Hello, my dear.
Good morning.
Hope you enjoyed your birthday.
I did. So far, 40 has been great. We're 1 week in, so we'll see.
Hey, I loved my 40s. I'm just saying.
That's what, yeah. That's what people keep telling me. They're like, it's the best decade. So
it really is.
yeah.
I'm 3 years into my 40s and they're pretty good.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it. Welcome to the club.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rashid. Yeah, it's been good. But March is such a hectic month. Like we have, I don't even know how many family members and friends are born in March. So like this weekend alone, we're going to have 3 birthday celebrations. I went to one Friday, one last night, and then we're going to bingo after this afternoon. So March is an exhausting month for that, but it's celebrating people we love. So it's a good exhausting.
It's a result of all that summer loving, all you March babies.
Isn't it true, right? So I guess it's called that for a reason.
Oh.
Well, what have you got for us this week, love?
Oh, well, there's some exciting news coming out. But first, let's start with the standard birthday. One of my favorites, Sins of the Father, premiered March 17th, 1990, which means this episode's older than my best friend, which is hilarious. Anyway, I think for me, for TNG, the arc of Worf's whole journey as a Klingon finding himself in Starfleet and the conflict that arises from that is one of my favorite story arcs. And it kind of all gets started with Sins of the Father, right? So this was definitely one of my favorite episodes as a kid, and I just love how Picard really had Worf's back. It was just a testament to true leadership and friendship. So yeah, that is a good old 34 today.
You know, I really do agree with you on this. And people are like, oh, they developed Worf so much better in Deep Space Nine. And I'm like, are you crazy? Because he kills Doros, he gets discommoded, and
he becomes a father.
Yeah, I mean, like, and has the son. I'm like, and that the whole Klingon thing, like, I absolutely love it. And his relationship with Picard, as Rashid points out, great. Chadich for Worf. Like, it's the whole story of Klingonness I just love. And it does, great.
It makes my heart so full. I love when they go and find the old nursemaid, like Worf's old nursemaid. And when she tells Kim Pack, you're still fat. I don't know why watching it as a kid, I just thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Oh, I was like, you go, girl. You.
I'm quite infamous for maybe throwing a little bit of shade at Worf. It's been known. But I do love this episode. This and Reunion and Redemption, those kind of this arc. You're absolutely right, Amy. It did so much for the character. Worf did develop on Deep Space Nine, not denying that. I just didn't particularly like the way he did develop on DS9. This to me was Worf at his best.
Yeah, and it's true, Jonathan. You're absolutely right. This sets up the story for those episode arcs, which is amazing. And Kelvin, you speak of Reunion, and I wish Kalar had been in more episodes. I think I get her death was kind of very important again for the development of Worf and how that's going to be, going along with Alexander, but she was such a good character. Oh my gosh, I can't sing her praises enough. So having her only in 2 episodes, well, at least as that role, we all know that Susie comes back in many other roles, but Kalar she was brilliant. So
I always feel that we got B'Elanna on Voyager purely as a result of the fan service that Kalar received. So they wanted to kind of replicate that. Yeah. So I think, Kalar had to die so that B'Elanna could live. Let's look at it that way.
Oh. Well, then she's got even a better legacy than Alexander. So moving on to news. We've got some feedback from Mr. Alex Kurtzman about some Starfleet Academy news. It is being filmed late summer 2024. So it is slated to be filmed later this year, but not released until 2026.
Wow.
And he explained why. And he said, this isn't a cop show where the turnaround is super fast. There's a lot that happens in post-production with special effects, sound effects, all of that stuff. And he said, we are not willing to cut corners on that.
Ooh.
So he said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it well. And therefore, it's just going to take some time. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that they're not willing to just sort of spit things out en masse, that they're taking time to make sure that the story's done right and that all the special effects that we know and love as part of the Trek universe are done well. So
we are creeping towards First Contact Day, which usually maybe if we're lucky, a lot of things get dropped and released and teased. I wonder if we get some casting announcements this year.
I wonder. So yes, as of yet, no roles have been cast. No character names for the actual roles have even been announced. So we don't even know who might be considered leads. Aliens, what species are coming in. So it's still which surprises me, considering summer is just a few months away.
Yeah.
So if they're wanting to start filming in, let's say, 4 or 5 months, wow, that's going to be a lot of work to get done in that time in terms of casting roles.
So when you say that they don't want to cut corners, that they want to do it right, and that there's a lot of post-production, this really reminds me back in 2017 when we were patiently waiting for season 1 of Discovery.
Yeah.
But they kept delaying because we want to get it right. And definitely post-production, we know Discovery is the most cinematic of all of the shows. And if Starfleet Academy, now I'm hearing that, and is going to be set in that timeline, I'm wondering if it's going to be just as cinematic as Discovery and will continue that movie type of like storytelling and visuals. I don't know. But
that it makes me very hopeful for it, because there was a lot that I remember that came out with 2009 movie, and how people were just laughing, saying it was JJ Abrams' practice round because he was actually more excited to do Star Wars than Star Trek. So whatever, if that was true, I don't know. But to hear people who love Trek and have been a part of the community for a long time saying that this is near and dear to their heart and they want to give it the homage that it deserves, that makes me really happy. That it's not going to be someone's just day job or whatever, that they're actually excited for this this new series. I'm excited for this new series. I think it's going to be super fun, unique. We've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, just a little synopsis. So, a young group of cadets who come together to pursue a common dream of hope and optimism, which is very Gene Rodden, very, very Trek. So super sweet on that end. And, if you go online and you Google this, you can read the whole article. And I do highly suggest the showrunner. I don't know if we know the showrunner yet.
No, I don't think anything's been said.
I don't think
Imagine if it's Michelle Paradise, it'll be just like Discovery Part 2, won't it?
But if you read the whole article, it also starts to just talk about, like some of the conflict that they might have, coming in with different species with their way of living and trying to balance that with how Starfleet runs. So it's setting up to have some really interesting, probably more philosophical discourse, as we know and love as part of Trek. It's just not all blowing things up in space. So yeah, I was stoked to see that there was concrete news on this new series, and it wasn't just because the last time we looked, it was Section 31 was the only one, but now we've got this is coming out. And then just a quick aside is Alex was also saying they listen to fan feedback. They really do, and they take it to heart. And so if we want legacy, we just need to keep being loud about it, and they listen.
Yeah.
So Just
keep using that hashtag.
Right. Just keep being annoying to the point of annoying.
I can do that.
What I do best, really. And then next news is, speaking of Alexander, as we talked about, there is a new Star Trek comic book coming out. It was not coming. It came out March 13th, and it will just be 4 issues. The first one was done. Watch out, there are a lot of spoilers online. One guy reviews the entire first episode here. So it's following Alexander, Nog, Jake, and Q Jr. So the chaos that Q and his son will get into is one that I'm really excited to see, because storylines with Q are endless. There's so many possibilities with it because he's Q. But also there's a few more battles that come up that cause some issues among Jake and Alexander, dealing with fallout from his role in certain battles that they'll outline. So this could be really interesting. It is available for purchase online. So yeah, I love the comic books. I'm so excited for them.
I'd probably be more excited at a Daughters of Star Trek with Molly O'Brien and Naomi Wildman running around. That'd probably be a bit more fun.
It's true. But yeah. Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Hey, and it's St. Patrick's Day. Where's Kira Yoshi? He should be in this.
Oh, little kid. He was smart enough. He was like, no.
I'm busy.
I'm working with my dad. We're hanging out in the transporter room, just chatting because there's nothing to do.
Wow.
So yes, if anyone's looking for more to read, then here you go. Something else to dive into. And then the last news, which I think is really the most important, is there's a Moopsie plushie being released, and this was touted as being one of the top priorities for Paramount's marketing team, was to get Moopsie out. And you know what? As someone who still sleeps with plushies every night, I agree. So I am quite excited for it, because let's be honest, he's freaking adorable. Only available for pre-order right now, not totally released yet. And then also, another aside is doing my Discovery rewatch, and the empath in me cannot help but feel bad for the poor tardigrade in season 1. So I went on Amazon, and you can get plushie tardigrades.
Wow.
And I was like, I kind of want one, because I just want to, like, I don't know, all creatures need snuggles and love. So anyway, there might be 2 new Trek plushies in this household soon, between Moopsie and a little tardigrade moment. So
wow.
A little sign outside to ward off the burglars, say beware of the Moopsie and the Ripper.
Yes.
keep those darn telemarketers or J-dubs away, right? Like,
solicitors, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know who it's so random, but I love it. Anything to kind of add to the collection of stuff in the house. So yeah.
Good stuff.
Other than that, it was a little bit of not a slow week, but just not a ton this week, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh, no way. Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, that's big news. So thank you for bringing that.
Yeah.
Let's bring in JJ and Jim and see what they're excited to talk about. JJ, what do you think?
I really like the idea of the plushie Moopsie and tardigrade. I would love to get one of those.
Who isn't excited about that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kristin, when you announced that, Jim in backstage was going like this.
Oh, he's so adorable. Yeah.
I was amazed that there was so many Moopsies, obviously homemade and custom made on the cruise.
Yes.
A lot of people really jumped straight onto that and made their own. So for those of us who are not particularly crafty, I'm glad that we can go to the shop now and buy one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then there was that one person going around and handing out the Moopsy pins. And I was really excited for those. So I have that on my bag that I carry. And people are like, who's that? I was like, let me tell you. Sit down. You've opened the floodgate.
Oh, and Kelvin, for the Daughters of Trek, did you forget about Morale Paris?
Oh, I did. Thank you for reminding me, Jim.
I think she would be the leader of the group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's a force to be reckoned with, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Well, thank you so much, Kristin, for bringing us that exciting news and Moopsy and Starfleet Academy. Just so exciting.
More stuff to spend your money on.
Yes, exactly. Christian Carter, beware.
Take my money. Just take my money.
Yes. All right. Well, thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we would like to welcome back JJ. And JJ is going to talk to us all about arts and crafts. And you've been particularly crafty and certainly making a name for yourself on the recent Star Trek cruise with
Yes.
our beautiful little
Yeah.
pride badges here.
Yeah,
Tell us,
thank you for
tell us
having
a
me.
little bit about them, JJ. How come, what drew you towards making them and distributing them, and obviously the design as well? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, sure. So what really started it all was actually STLV 2023. I had one of those wooden versions of this badge, and I was wearing it around, and everybody kept, stopping me, and they're like, well, where'd you get that? And I was like, well, I got them on Etsy, but I don't think you can get them anymore. I don't know what happened. And it just, the idea popped in my head. And you know what? When I get home, I'm going to start doing a 3D design. I'm going to start making this in this 3D software, and I'm going to start printing them in plastic and just give them out for free. So whenever anybody walks up to me and they ask me, I'm like, here you go. And that is exactly what I did on the cruise, and what I'm going to do at STLV as well.
Wow.
So are these the first designs, comm badges, 3D prints that you've done, or is it just your first Star Trek project? Did you already have a 3D printer?
Yeah, I already had a 3D printer, and I used it to kind of fix or build, like some things break around the house or whatever you're trying to do, you can reprint it in plastic and reuse it, or fix something, make it reusable again. It's kind of like it's the first, or maybe not even the first gen, but the 0.5 gen replicator maybe. So, but yeah, it's exciting to be able to design things, make something your own. And this, it was like, oh, this is marrying my two little hobbies together. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. This is fun. So I got to it, had some challenges, had a lot of failures, but I did get it finally. So
there's a few like B4 versions of the comm badges knocking around there that don't look quite as good.
Yeah, they fell apart when I took them off the printer. They were like, oh, this does not look right. So
it was fun because JJ was sort of sending me, and he's like, well, this is my first successful prototype. And I was like, oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, it was the first one that stayed together. It didn't crumble when I picked it up off the print bed.
All right, well, show us what you got.
Sure, if you want to go to the next slide. So just wanted to talk a little bit about the process, right? Like, so in this particular case, creative idea, right? Like at STLV, came up with the idea. Then I did some hand sketches, some sketches from existing Delta badges to try to get the measurements in. And then what I probably cheat a little bit, but you can take pictures of what you sketch, and you can import that picture into your 3D software. And then you can outline and draw within the 3D software, basically the first layer sketch, right? So I cheat a little bit. So
that is awesome technology. That is not cheating. That is using technology. Oh my gosh. Okay.
True. Very true. It makes it a lot easier, right? Instead of freehanding it and drawing it that way. So then once you make it the size you want, increase the 3D depth of it, and you can, for this particular case, I had magnets, right, that I wanted to, so they could go on uniforms or on the fridge or whatever. And so I made spots on the back of the badge for indentations for the magnets to sit in. And so there were some challenges there. Still learning the software, still learning, that part of it. But I had pretty successful. That back part was easier than the front part, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then as we talked about, I did my first test print and it was like, oh, it looks so cool. But then picked it up off the printer bed and it just fell apart. It's like, oh, well, it's not going to work. It's like, because the first wooden badge, right? It's kind of thick, right? And I was like, oh, I want this to be thin and sleek and, you don't really know that it's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the wooden badge, you knew it was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to make this a little bit thicker, apparently. So after a few design tweaks, I think there was 4 total versions. So I actually printed 4 before I finally got to the design that I handed out on the cruise, right? And then I will say that, those badges are probably still not officially done. I was still able to learn that there's a few tweaks that I can make because they're not hug proof. So I need to figure out how to make them hug proof so they stay, they don't fall off. But yeah, once I got that final product printed, and I just printed as like 235 of them, I think.
Wow.
For just to give away on the cruise.
How long did that take?
Oh, it took a week, actually. So printing 16 of the fronts takes about 4.5 hours on a 3D printer.
Wow.
The backs, they only took about 2.5 hours to print. And I can print 16 of those at all at the same time. And then the assembly part takes a little bit of time because you got to glue the magnets on and then let the glue set for 24 hours and then glue it on the other side of the badge. So that's set again for another 24 hours. And then I wanted to make them shiny. So putting a clear coat for plastics, that actually takes 7 days to cure, at least the one that I chose. I'm not sure that was the best option, but it made them look nice and shiny. So, but about a week to make them all. So yes, they are 7 different colors of 3D filament.
Thank you, Jonathan. I was going to ask that question of, are they printed in color or do you have to paint them afterwards? So
yeah, I'm lazy. I looked for the filament. I did not want to do the painting, so I found the filament there. So, all right. So materials needed.
Technical. Talk us through this.
Yeah. So obviously a 3D printer. There's a couple types of 3D printers though that you can use at home. There are resin printers. And then what they call FDM printers, which is what I have. And basically the FDM are using like these in the second picture here, spools of filament. It heats it up and layers it on one tiny little layer, one on top of the other.
So is that where you had the different colors of filament?
Yes. Yeah.
And you were able to do all 7 colors at one time, or do you have to stop and change out the filament?
So thankfully, the printer setup that I have, it has an automated setup that automatically changes the printer filament for you. So, but that's why it kind of took 4 hours, right? Because changing the color takes a little bit of time because it has to purge, or they call it poop, the color out of the back of the printer, just to clean it and make sure that it's got the right color print. And then it prints a little extra area just to make sure that there's no color is the right color.
Bleeding, yeah.
Yep. So it's pretty fancy. It lets you do that, but it takes a lot of time and it does waste a little bit of filament, but not an excessive amount. You can tune the software to limit as much poop as you can. So. And then obviously there's different types of filament. I used PLA silk because it was nice and shiny. I wanted to get that shiny effect, but there are all kinds of different filament available that you can use. PLA Plus, which is kind of a little harder version of the PLA, which is what I used. And then there's PETG and ABS, ASA. They all have different purposes. The PETG is a little bit more sturdy. It's kind of like the plastic that you would use in your remote controls. It's
Oh,
little,
right, yes.
it kind of like, it doesn't break very easily. The PLA, like if you don't print this thick, it'll break pretty easily if you make it a very thin, which is exactly what happened with my first test prints. So yeah. And then resin. I don't know a lot about resin, but resin's pretty cool because it actually prints. You put it prints upside down, so it like puts the print bed into this like bath of resin, and it's got like an LED screen underneath where light shines up through, and the resin is light sensitive, so it actually prints and adheres to the bed because the LED screen opens up to allow the light through in the bottom. Wow. But it's a little more not environmentally friendly. There's some cleanup that you have to do. There's extra work afterwards. There's a bath you have to do. But the prints are much nicer, and you don't see the layering lines. Not that you see that on these badges, but you can on some bigger prints. You can see some of the layering lines. So, and then 3D software to print, right? So the design software that I used, I actually used Shaper 3D. There's others out there. There's Fusion 360, FreeCAD. There's a bunch more. And then there's the software that actually slices the image and sends it to the printer. So some printers come with their own version. There's other open source versions of that software that you can use, and it just lets you tweak kind of like the plastic flow and all sorts of settings to get your print where you want it, which is actually what I had to do as well. I had to tweak these a little bit to play with the flow to get it to look the way I want it to.
I can imagine learning how to use this software is quite challenging if you've never used it before. Did you just have a play around with it? Did you watch tutorials? How did you get to grips with using all of this special software?
Yeah, so 3 things. YouTube, obviously the internet, friends, and just reading some of the wiki knowledge base articles that are out there on the printers itself and the software itself. But yeah, I definitely have to give a shout out to my friends that helped me, that have been doing 3D printer a little bit longer than I have, because they gave me some great ideas on how to simplify my life a little bit making this. So
cool.
Yeah. And if you want to move on to the next screen there. So I just kind of wanted to cover like the purpose of this, right? Like I always like to challenge myself. So I always give myself goals to learn something. And I set this goal at STLV 2023, right? And it challenged my creativity, challenged my thought processing. It taught me something. I walked away from learning a lot, right? And then one of the crazy ideas is that, you can put thought into reality, right? Like you can make something that you're thinking become real. So there's like this, I think 3D printers are really cool because it's an avenue to let those who have, those creative design things, ideas, it's fun, right? Like you can create little figurines, you can do whatever you want, but it's also something you can use to fix everyday things. So yeah,
wow.
Create it, build whatever you want. But the biggest thing that really made me want to do this, right, is I wanted to give these out for free, right? I really didn't have any intention to sell these or anything like that. And I wanted to do that to spread the love, right? Spread the kindness and acceptance, right? Like I did not realize how much of an impact these badges were going to have on the crews. I think perhaps Amy, you knew a little bit more than I did how they were going to impact people. But like I just wanted to put that love out there, right? And I had people coming up to me and saying, you really made me feel part of the community, and that was just that was magical, right? That was priceless. So yeah,
I had people come up and they're like, where did you get these? I'm seeing people. And I'm like, well, my friend is giving them away. And, so it was just so wonderful that people recognized what was happening, and yeah, they did. They felt included, and they're just so beautiful, and people were wearing them with pride. They're like, yes, I am representing this. It was wonderful.
I loved seeing the various chat groups and messenger boards on social media from the cruise, and people were actually posting, where can I get these pins? And people were tagging you, JJ, into the post saying, he's on board somewhere. You just need to find him. And I think what I loved was seeing the staff who were working on the ship. Obviously, they're not Star Trek fans on the whole. They're just, they work for the Royal Caribbean cruise ship. And they wanted them as well. So to see the guys working on the bar, the guys who were taking the professional photos, they were wearing them. It was so lovely.
Yeah, I love that. Just being able to give them out and see them around. It genuinely, I think, not just myself, but it made a lot of other people feel accepted, comfortable, included, and part of a family, which we already are part of a Star Trek family, right? So, yeah, I love it. And then I do have one last slide, just showing some of how many we printed. And lots of them.
No, you guys, it's not that he just printed them and handed them out. They were in a plastic sleeve with a designed card that had, the story and like your purpose and why you were doing this. I'm like, my God, you just need to go work for fan sets. I mean, my gosh, they were so professional.
They're so professional. They're absolutely beautiful. And I think they just take pride of place for everyone. They're so good.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you manage to give any out to the actors? Did any of the actors want to talk to you about them? How were they received?
So they all love them. I saw Tawny and Eugene as I was heading to the casino. I don't remember what I was doing, but I saw them. I'm like, I just stopped them real quick. Hey, I just want to give you guys these badges, and they're like, oh, thank you so much. I gave them to Todd. Who else did I give them to? Doug,
I'm sure.
Yeah. I can't even remember. LeVar. I gave one to LeVar, and they loved them. Oh, and Michelle.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So it was. Yeah. I love it. Yep.
Wow.
They're very, very happy with them.
Well, Jonathan says these are amazingly well done. You really should consider selling them online, as these are very much in demand.
Jonathan clearly thinks along the same lines as I do. That the businessman in me is vibrating at this.
The Ferengians are coming out.
Generosity that you're demonstrating, JJ. I mean, if I'm going a little bit kind of legal, there is the fact that you gave them away for free. Does that kind of bypass any kind of potential cease and desist that you could get from CBS for using the material and design?
Yeah, I heard that I kind of got an unofficial approval from Paramount that these were okay.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's amazing. Oh, Tim says they
That
will
would
be,
be awesome.
collectors. They're already collector's items in my book.
And so you're going to be doing this again in August for Star Trek Las Vegas. So if any of you are coming to STLV, you too can get your own Pride Com badge.
Yeah. I'll be printing a few more than I did for the cruise, because those went out. They were almost all gone within 2 days. So.
Oh my gosh. And then you have a link where people, if they want to.
Yeah, if you want one, you can just go to my personal website. It's just jenadiah.com/Star Trek badge, no spaces in that. And then just send me, your information. And once I get my next set of batches done, I will mail them out to you.
And we have that link in the show notes, so you can find it there as well.
Awesome.
I love this. I love that you're doing it. It just says so much about you as a person. But I'm just now thinking you're going to get a barrage of emails coming. You're going to have to take a holiday from work to get all of it.
I'll have to take a week off to print these.
Wow.
Oh,
you're getting a lot of love in the comments, Jay, as we knew they would and as they deserve. Let's bring in Kristin and Jim. I bet Jim can't wait to get to STLV to go on. Jim,
Well, I just can't
you're
wait
the
to
only
get
one
to
on the song
STLV
without
in
one.
general, Kelvin. But yeah, as someone who does support Pride, yeah, those look amazing.
Yes. Well, you can go online and get that ordered, Jim, so you can have one as well. Yeah.
Yep, I'll send one your way.
Lovely.
Kristin, you're wearing yours.
I got mine, and Justin
Good.
still has his. It was so funny. He put his on for, what night was it? One of them, and I think it was the sail away party or whatever. And all of a sudden, we're walking down the hall, and all of a sudden, I'm like, the badge is gone. He's like, what? We were on the floor of the hallway, like, because it had fallen upside down, so it was gray.
Oh.
And so we're just these two fools on our hands and knees, but we found it. We found it. So because I was like, we're not losing this. We've worn it for 5 minutes. So
Yeah, I know, right?
That's because they're not hug proof. Remember, you're
Yeah.
going around
Hug
hugging
proof.
everyone.
In our
Amazing
group,
to
in
deny
our
is
group,
that
they
you
need to be
use
hug
YouTube
proof.
as a learning guide for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Version
huggers,
5, hopefully
so,
they'll be hug proof.
Yeah.
Yes. So that would just need like a stronger magnet. I mean, so you had to buy magnets as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but I found bulk magnets, so they were really, really cheap. But they were really, I thought that they were pretty strong.
Yeah.
So
Look at that intricacy. Like,
Yeah.
how did you figure out where the big magnets needed to go and where the little magnets needed to go? And then how did
So
you line them up? Like,
yeah. Well, I cheated a little bit on the fronts, right? Because I made the indents on the back of the badge, right? And then I just let those glued for 24 hours. And then I took the front of the badge and put the magnets back onto the back, put the
Okay.
glue on the magnets, and then put the front
Yeah.
of the badge on top of them so that they would go that
see,
way.
that's not cheating. That's working smarter. not harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
oh,
Wonderful.
I'm obsessed. Can I put in a request? Could we get some like Klingon ones?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that was the question. So
wow,
what's next,
yes.
JJ?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I didn't think about the Klingon ones, but yeah, that would be awesome. I want to do some of the first season of of Discovery's badge. I want to make it Pride version. We talked about what was the one we were talking about, Amy, on the cruise? First Contact version.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to play with that. But
'Cause
yeah,
that's
so
really that's a versatile one. Yeah. that first
Yeah.
contact.
Yeah. So I'll add the Klingon one. I didn't even think about it. I love that idea. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I can just see the Latinum piling up now for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
this
fun.
might be a bit of a loss leader for your venture, that you can get yourself and your name out there, give all these out for free, and then once you've got us all hooked, then you can start to charge.
Yeah, there you go.
Phenomenal.
Maybe that's my plan. No, I didn't
Yeah.
think that far ahead. So-
Wonderful, wonderful. So we've got Klingon in the list. You've got the Voyager com badge in the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to branch out beyond your kind of Pride theme? I know a lot of people who use 3D printers for things like, filling in the gaps in the action figure collection that didn't get released. How ambitious are you taking this new skill now you've mastered it, JJ?
So I know this is not Star Trek related, but I do love Marvel and I love Iron Man. And I'm wanting to print a life-sized Iron Man statue
Oh my God.
that lights up with the eyes and all the little gadgets and everything. So I found some already files online that I'm starting to play with, and it's going to take me a long time to do it because that I will have to sand down and fill in and spray paint and everything, but it'll be a life-size Iron Man statue.
Oh,
And will that be something you can use for cosplay, or is it
Can you
just
wear it?
Yes, it's multifaceted. You can wear it, and you can put it up so it looks like an Iron Man costume statue.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Although I
That
don't think
is
it's something I could bring on the cruise. Like maybe STLV, but I don't think I could bring it on the cruise because it'll be really bulky.
Can you imagine all just dragging all of these suitcases behind you. Like, I'm fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. I got it.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we have friends in Florida, so you could ship it there and then just bring it on to, because
Yeah.
I had to do that, and we had some good friends that, you know, had a package delivered for me. So
That's amazing. I was talking to somebody and they said that they knew people who actually shipped their stuff straight to the cruise line.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know you could do that.
yeah. And then they
So-
just have it in your
and then they
room.
just have it there ready to go.
Wow.
But
Hey.
I know. I'm thinking, I just didn't bring costumes that were that big. I just brought like a sheet. And even then, Christian brought it for me.
Yeah.
But no, JJ, you would just kill as Iron Man. Like you would make such a good Tony Stark.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So it's definitely on my to-do list. It's going to take me a year to do it though. So.
Well, JJ, on behalf of everybody who you have gifted one of these comm badges, allow me to say a massive thank you. Well done.
Yeah.
You're an absolute treasure. And on behalf of those who are now furiously filling in web forms and things, thank you in advance from them.
Yeah.
We love them. We love them so much. You're so talented and so generous. So well done.
Your heart is just so pure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, JJ, we will see you later on in the show with Jim and Kristin. But for now, yeah, thank you so much once again. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
What else can you listen to on the BQN? Replicate yourself a mug of hot chocolate and join Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin as they discuss everything and anything in the Star Trek universe on All Good Things. Boost yourself with an energy drink and join Davey on YouTube and Twitch for reviews and live streams of classic, cheap, and sometimes more recent video games on Bargain Bin Gamer. Brew yourself a pot of coffee and join Jeremiah to discuss Star Trek Voyager on The Captain's Couch. Mix your favorite cocktail and join Mark and Matt at Cinema Z to discuss the films you probably missed but should definitely check out. Pour a cup of tea, Earl Grey, hot, and listen to Stephen and Keith as they discuss the next generation of Trek on Galaxy Class. Get yourself something caffeinated and learn an interesting bit of history with Chrissy and Jason on History with the Zloggies. Have a bowl of Flomake soup and join Thad and Chrissy and a guest to discuss new episodes of Star Trek as they are released on Infinite Diversity. Have something to sharpen your mind and put your Trek knowledge to the test with the Treksperts quiz. Take a bite out of something that didn't seem edible and join Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley covering all things in New Trek, including that show that is Trek in all but name, The Orville, on Union Federation. Get your Sunday brunch ready for The Viewscreen, a live weekly talk show hosted by Kelvin and Amy with featured guests talking about all things Trek. Pour a glass of wine and spill some tea with Christos, where he discusses current Trek news and events and explores the world of fandom via guest interviews, all with an LGBTQIA+ perspective on What's the Tea, Bev? And Patreon members get to pass around that green bottle of Aldebaran whiskey once a month on the round table, and they can listen to It's Green with Mark White and Amy's Math Moments.
Well, if you were with us 10 weeks ago, well, 11, because we had a week off for the cruise, then you will remember we had trivia with Jim, and we have him back again for our final episode to just bookend the view screen. Jim, welcome back. So glad to have you.
It is so great to be here again.
My goodness. So how have you been?
Oh, I've been in. I haven't seen every episode because I work on Sundays usually when you guys do this, but I've rewatched most of the episodes and I've been enjoying it so far.
Oh, I love it. Oh, Jim, I never told you. I did some trivia on the cruise, and one of the questions was one of your questions that you asked on Galaxy Class. It was the one of, in Parallels, how many hails did the Enterprise receive when all of the Enterprises appeared from the parallel universes? And I just wrote the answer down quickly before they even give the multiple choice options. So everyone in the team was really impressed with me. And I thought I just remember that from trivia with Jim.
I think that was one of the few ones I stumped you on, if I remember right.
No, I was listening in the car. I was screaming out 285,000 hails.
Oh my gosh. And this is why Kelvin only gets to answer if no one else does.
Yeah,
Let's
this
just
is probably a
remember
good
that.
point to say now. So I'm going to be playing on behalf of the viewers today.
You
So
would clean up at my trivia night, Kelvin.
Yes.
I am going to use this as a learning opportunity from when we started the view screen on episode 1 and issue a fair play warning to all of you guys that you need to turn the comments off. So if you go and click on private chat, so you can't see the comments, only I will look at the comments. Producer David can flash them up when I shout them out. So if the viewers want to play along, all
Please
15
do.
of you, it's 15 versus 3. Let's have it.
And we are gonna do the pictures first.
Hi.
Okay, take it away, Jim.
And so we are going to take a lovely trip into the holodeck, since everything, both the pictures and my trivia questions, are about the holodeck or holodeck programs. So, yeah. So, computer, if we can get the first image, you have to name the characters here.
Moriarty's side piece.
Oh.
I like the description, but she actually does have a name, which I need.
Gosh.
Come on, viewers, you can get this.
It's
The Countess.
Ooh,
That's
Countess
the
is good.
title.
I think she was a countess, wasn't she?
She was a countess.
Ah, okay, I got part of it. I don't know her name. I'm out.
Tim's just saying the Countess as well. Come on, guys. She's got a first name and a last name.
Oh my gosh,
Countess.
Countess Burgess? No.
Worcestershire.
Oh,
Nice and give up one for
JJ,
remembering the
help us out
countess.
here.
Yeah, I cannot remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since
I
I've seen
will
that
award a
episode.
point for the countess, but go ahead and tell him the name, Kelvin.
Regina Bartholomew.
Oh,
I was close.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I will
I
award
was
the
so
point for
close.
countess.
I mean,
I like that I'm the test case.
I got that it started with a
I don't
B.
know.
And computer, next image.
isn't that Da Vinci?
Leonardo da Vinci?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
shoot.
Yeah,
That's what I
Leonardo
was
da Vinci
thinking.
from Voyager.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, should I be keeping score here?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Grabs pencil.
And it's also
Right.
Gimli from Lord of the Rings. The actor is Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
You don't get a bonus point for that.
I
but good
know,
job.
but I should.
He's
bringing
been in a
the-
bunch of stuff. I think he was in
Bringing all the
Sliders
worlds
also.
together.
Right.
He's what?
Point for
Sorry?
Kristin.
All right, computer, next image.
Billy the Kid.
No.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, wait. No, isn't this from Fistful of Datas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
son.
son. Eli.
Eli, what's their last name? Eli.
I get it.
Amy's got half a point, isn't it, for Amy? What's the surname, Amy?
Eli.
Oh,
I just keep seeing Brent Spiner in a dress. I just
Eli.
Manning? No.
Whitney. Eli.
You did get Eli right.
Yeah.
I think I got that.
Are you giving it to a Jim or is it half a point?
Half a point for Eli.
Did Kristin get half a point for Countess?
Yes, a half a
Okay,
point
good.
for Countess.
Okay, good.
Oh, did
Just
you?
wanted to make sure. All right. Did the listeners get it?
No, we're struggling on this one.
Eli Hollander.
Hollander.
Hollander. Oh.
That's the human form of the character before Data took over everything else.
Well,
And
Kelvin,
then
did
Troy
you know
plays
that?
Durango.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's got
that's
Paul
right.
Frank.
That
And
one
he's
I
got
know.
Paul Frank. Oh, I've not looked at. I better shut up showing off because I've not looked at future slides. I don't want to crash any of Jim's questions and ruin the game.
And computer, next image.
Come on.
Oh, Janeway's side piece. Oh.
Oh,
Today of all days.
See, my brain is very compartmentalized with this, where I'm like, I don't need to know this person's name ever again, but apparently I did.
is it the
The
guy?
viewers have got it. The viewers have
And-
got it. Well done,
And he
Jonathan.
was married. He was
Jon
married.
Snow's got it. It's Michael, the bartender.
Yeah, he's Michael. He's right. I'll give them the point on that one.
Okay.
Wow.
Do any of you guys know the surname?
No.
No.
It was he's Michael the bartender. Yeah, Jonathan Snow's right. Delete the wife.
Delete the wife.
Delete the wife.
Michael, delete the wife, Sullivan.
Yep.
Oh,
Sullivan.
From the Fairhaven program.
Yeah.
Well done,
Yes.
John.
AKA Janeway's side piece. I think
Yes.
that's just half a point for that.
Yeah. And then computer final
Have a
image.
name, you know.
Oh, Mark
that's
2.
Andy.
Andy Dick.
Right.
The
Kristin
EMark
got
2.
straight in
Yes,
there.
Kristin, you got that right. The EMH Mark II.
Bravo.
Wow.
Thank you. So obnoxious.
And that was
So
all the
obnoxious.
images.
Just keep all Picardo. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And that was all the images. You can cut the images. There we go.
Well done. And well done you, Jim, for getting an Irish character in there for St.
Yes.
Patrick's Day.
And that was completely coincidental.
Right. Well, do we want a rundown of the scores?
So far, go ahead.
We have JJ to score. Come on, JJ. We believe in you. We've got the viewers. Next, sorry, we've got Amy on 0.5. And then we have the viewers on 1. And storming ahead, we have Kristin on 2.5.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, considering the last time Jim did trivia, I couldn't remember the name Stephen Hawking. I'm quite happy today.
And now for the actual trivia questions themselves. They cover. There are 6 questions, and they cover various programs. We are going to go into. We are going to start by venturing into World War II on Voyager. In the Killing Game 2-part episode, how many members of the Voyager crew in the World War II scenario had named characters? This is a multiple choice. A2, B3, C4, or D5.
Okay. How many of
Named
the characters did what?
Had names in the World War II scenario.
Okay, so Janeway. 7.
Oh, wait. Shh. Are you counting out loud?
That's how I think. I'm gonna say 5.
And you would be right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because Janeway's 7, B'Elanna,
Tom.
and then Tom, and then Chakotay.
Chakotay, yep.
Yeah.
And moving into the bonus point, you just got 5 bonus points for naming the 5 crew members. But for 5 additional bonus points, can anyone name the World War II aliases?
Ooh.
Oh.
Come on, viewers. You must be able to get a few of these.
Well, Janeway was Katerina.
Close enough, Katrine. I'll give that one.
Katrina. Okay. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember Katrina and in her beautiful white tail tuxedo.
So we've got Katrine. Who else have we got? Can anyone remember what 7 of 9's name was? Because it's genius.
It really is.
Was it Annika?
No.
No. Okay. I need
The
to watch them.
fames don't seem to be coming up with this.
Oh, Trexperts quiz. We've got Davey. We've got your quizzing rival. Jim has gone for it. We've got.
He's close. He's
it's
really close.
Enough, I would say. It's Lady Deneuf, but it's Mademoiselle Deneuf.
Yeah, I say give him half a point for that.
Stop it.
Well done, Davey.
Yeah.
I love it.
Can I just confirm, Jim? Is it a point each for these names?
Yes, it's a point each for the name. Point each for the names of the World War II characters, and a point each for the crew members. So Kristin got 5 points, 5 bonus points automatically just for out loud thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
We might need some buzzer systems like truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope
Because
there's enough
Kristen's
points
just
in the
out
game
talking,
now.
and I'm like, wait a minute, I need time to
I'm
think.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Anyways.
caffeinated and ready to go.
Well,
Anyways,
Dave,
the rest of them
let's not forget, in Australia, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, if not before. So Davey's up and off to work now. He's going to the gym. So well done,
Good for
Davey.
him.
Comes in, gets
Anyways,
the
the rest
point,
of
and
them
he's leaving.
are Tom Paris was Lieutenant Bobby Davis of the U.S. Army. Chakotay was Captain Miller of the U.S. Army, and B'Elanna Torres was Brigitte,
Brigitte.
the love interest of Bobby Davis.
Yeah. Who was with child.
Yes.
Yes.
Which was a very, shall we say, unimaginative way of getting Torres pregnant, since the actress was pregnant.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I thought it was clever. It was better than
Yeah.
what they did in X-Files with yeah.
I
Hiding
suppose you're
behind
probably right there.
furniture.
Yeah, so that was an additional, I think, 7 points there for Kristin. I could be wrong on that, or 6 points.
No, she
sorry,
got
6.
one.
She only got one. We had
I only got one at
the viewers
Yeah.
got one and Kristen got one. So
Yeah.
there was 3
Kristin got
points
5 bonus points.
Right.
she did for naming how many
Yeah.
characters. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do hope there's enough points left in the game, Jim, that people can come back and take it, because Kristen is flying ahead
Yep.
now.
Yes, and there are a lot of bonus points here, so
Okay.
hopefully, yes.
Okay, Kristen, if you're gonna buzz in, you gotta
I gotta
do something.
okay.
All right, okay. Now, question 2. We are going to move over to Deep Space Nine and Quark's holosuites, and we are going to go into a program of Julian Bashir's. In Our Man Bashir, who joined Dr. Bashir in the holosuite while he was running his secret agent program?
Odo.
No.
I
I'll give a hint.
Kristen's got a hand
I
up.
think I know.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't it have been O'Brien and Garrick?
It was Garrick, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I will say JJ did shout out Garrick, so he got there just
then
before
he got it, yeah.
Kristen.
Yeah.
Point for
I'd give a hint
JJ.
point then, yeah. Okay.
And
now-
well done to Rashid and Jon Snow as well, who got it in the chat. Unfortunately, JJ did get in before you, but well done, guys. I think there's some more points coming on this. It's a great episode.
Yes,
Hopefully
there
you can
is.
remember.
10 possible bonus points if you can name the crew members, the crew members who wound up who wound up as holographic characters in the program, and their holographic character names.
Right, you have to put your hand up if you want to go for it with these. Go on, Kristen wants to have a go.
I think I know one. I know one, and I believe Jadzia Dax was Dr. Honeybear.
Yes, so that's 2 points.
Yes.
So you've got Dax and Honeybear for a point.
2 points. Honeybear and Jedzia were both a point.
Okay, wonderful. Any others?
I know Kira was there, but I don't remember her name.
Tim
Kira's
got it.
another
Oh, so
point.
we've got a point for Kira. There's a point here for Tim in the chat. We've got Cisco as Dr. I hope that's a typo, Tim, but he's put Dr. Nosh.
I'm going to assume that's
What?
type, so that's 2 points there.
Well done. It was Dr. Noah, actually, but
Noah.
it's close enough.
Jonathan Snow put Worf. That's another point.
Well done. Well done, Johnny. Does anyone remember Kira's name? Because it is amazing. No.
Okay, here, I'll give it another couple seconds before I list off everyone and their.
Well, let's see how much Kelvin can get, because he's playing for the
Yes.
viewers as well.
Right. So we had Cisco as Dr. Noah, Kira as Anastasia Kamonanoff.
Yes.
Hmm?
Dax was Honeybear, as Kristin says. Who else? Worf was
Mm.
Ooh.
I don't even
Got
remember
me.
Worf.
Duchamp.
Yes, Worf is Duchamp. One more.
Wow.
That's 2 for you, Kelvin.
There was one more?
Yep, one more.
Oh, Brian Falcon.
Yep.
Wow.
Is that all of them?
Yep, that
Do
was
I
all
get
of
a,
them.
do
You
I get
get
a
4
bonus
points.
point? Do I get a bonus point for Mona Loves It? Because I think it's a great James Bond-esque Bond girl name. Even
Also,
though she was the character, not one of the actors. But Mona
Yeah.
Loves It is a great
how
name.
has no drag queen picked that name up? Right? It's low-hanging fruit.
Jon Snow got Duchamp as well, so we're taking them. Can someone remind me how many points I've just got for the viewers there? 4 points, was it? Wonderful. Great episode, Jim. Thank you.
And then one last bonus point on this one. Name the 2 characters who outside the holosuite helped save the day in that episode.
Rom
That's 1, yes.
and
And I should say this bonus question is for 1 point only.
oh, so I need to know both. Was it Nog? Was it Rom and Nog?
No.
No. Oh.
So Jon Snow's put here. He's put Quark and Odo.
They were part of the episode, but they didn't help save the day.
Well, Quark let Rom have the day off work.
So then my answer was right.
Odo was the one who saved all the physical parameters in the computer. So
that's not who I have here, but that's a possibility.
it's a possibility. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to get Jon Snow the point.
Yeah, I can give him a half point.
Well done. Cool. Are you thinking that it's the unlikely hero here, considering what happens to the character? Right. Does that help anybody? Tim's gone for Rom and Lita. No, Lita wasn't in it. Although Lita would have been great as Mona Loves It.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would have.
Right. Come on,
Not
guys.
O'Brien, is it?
No, O'Brien was Falcon.
A similar
right.
similar uniform.
Huh?
A similar uniform to O'Brien.
Do I get a half a point for Rom? As long as I get.
I
What
think
do you
so.
think, Jim?
Yeah, half a point for Rom.
Okay.
Rom.
I'm good then. I don't know who the other one is.
Yeah, Jon Snow says Julian for pressing the button. He saved the day. He saved the day by destroying the world.
Okay, I'd say tell him, Kelvin.
It was Eddington.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes, it was.
And you know what? I
Rom and
thought-
Eddington. Yep.
I thought of him, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, terrible reverse continuity.
Yeah.
Man, I thought of Eddington when you said it had the similar uniform because I'm like, no one else is yellow. And then I
Yeah.
just didn't say it because I'm not confident with my DS9.
You go
Good
for
job.
it, Amy. You know it.
All right, moving on to question 3. We are going to journey over to the Enterprise D and into the adventures of Dixon Hill. All right, not including Dixon Hill. How many named characters from that Holo program have we seen on screen on Star Trek? It's multiple choice again. It's one of the following: A13, D14, C15, or D16.
And we're asking how many of the Enterprise crew?
No, just
Oh.
how many named characters have appeared on screen in the Dixon Hill program?
So they can be the actual Holo characters
Yes.
themselves, not necessarily who the crew portrayed. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna guess 15 then.
I'm going to guess 13.
Kristin on fire again.
Tell me she's not getting 13 points for that.
No,
she's
no,
getting one.
no, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, but the bonus point, and I'm not, and some of these are really deep cuts that Kelvin might not even know. So if you can name at least 5 of the 13, you get 5 points.
Of the Dixon Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's loads. Well, there's 13.
15. I just know one.
Yeah, so so just name 5. I'm not gonna make
Is
you
it a
name any
point
more than
per
that.
name?
Point per name.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
Rex.
Was it like Mickey the
Wait,
Nose?
if
one of
you
them?
start talking, you got to go all the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
Nicky the Nose. Nicky the Nose was one. Yes.
Who was that? Was that JJ?
Who's that? Who's
That
getting
was
that?
JJ.
JJ.
Right. Go on. We need 4 more from you then, JJ. Come on.
I can't remember them all. Yeah, that's all I got.
So you got 1 for Nicky the Nose. Kristin, did I hear you shout one as well? You got a
I said-
deep cut.
I said Rex.
Yes.
That's the bartender.
That
Mhm.
that Loxana falls in love with.
Yeah,
I can't read you at all.
I can't read it.
I love it.
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
Actor.
I love it.
I was expecting Amy to be able to get that one. All right,
Ah.
Kristen, any more?
His assistant's name is on the tip of my tongue because I absolutely love her. She's so cute.
Come
Is
on.
it Doris?
No.
And I haven't seen anyone post any names in the chat either.
Yeah, come on, viewers. You know these. Think the big goodbye. There's loads in that one. The first episode.
Oh, and then there's the guy that like realized it. Oh man, hold on. Oh,
Go on.
oh, snitch. No, the creepy dude with the funny voice.
Yay! Tom's got it. Well done,
Oh.
Tom. We've got Red Block, Cyrus Red
Yep.
Block.
Yep, that's
Cyrus
the
Red
guy
Block.
that disappears.
Yeah.
Point for the viewers.
It begins with an S. His name begins with an S.
I'm struggling for this one as well. All I can think of is Screech, but obviously he's from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Can we guess like Guinan's name?
Yes, Guinan did
Yeah.
have a name.
Data had a name as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't Data Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they'd be more tanned.
But what was his name? Carlos.
Yes, that's
Boo,
Oh,
well done,
nice.
Amy.
Nice.
Love it.
Man, my wheels were turning on that one.
Does Dixon Hill count? Has anyone just said Dixon
no,
Hill?
I'm not including Dixon Hill.
Ah,
So how
That
many have we
would-
had now? Have we had 5 altogether? We've
Okay.
had
We've had
Cyrus
4.
Red Block, Carlos,
No, we've had 5.
Rex.
We've had
Yeah.
5.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'll name off the rest.
There's no one got the secretary. She was like
I
she was in the
know.
most.
I know.
Yeah, Kelvin, I think you said even you can't come up with any of these. So,
Yeah, it was. I want to say, is it Madeline or
Yes,
Marilyn?
Madeline was the secretary.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job. So
All right, I'll just list off this here then. You have Felix Leach, who was the gangster who worked for Red Block.
Leech. Yeah.
You have Cyrus Red Block. You have Ruby from First Contact, who was.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your caboose.
Yeah, and Dump the Broad.
Yeah.
Then we covered Rex. We covered Nicky the Nose. You have Lieutenant McNary, the friendly cop in the Cyrus Red Block
Yeah.
episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Dan Bell, the not so friendly cop, same
Mhm.
episode. We covered Madeline. You have Johnny, the gangster who was holding Dixon Hill hostage in the Guinan when Guinan walked in.
Mm-hmm.
You have Jessica Bradley, the debutante who Dixon Hill was suspected of murdering in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've remembered
Totally.
Guinan's name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is it?
Gloria from Cleveland.
Yes.
Gloria.
Yes.
Maria.
And the S
Gloria.
one you couldn't come up with Kristen Slade Bender.
Ah, thank you.
And we already came up with Carlos. Yep, that
Yeah.
was all of them.
No, we didn't. Neelix didn't have a name, did he? In First Contact, when
No,
he
he was
considered
just
for
the
Maitre
nameless
D.
bartender who went flying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Great question, Jim. Well done. Well done,
Correct.
everyone.
Question 4, we are moving over to Voyager and into the 1930s and the adventures of Captain Proton. All right, not including Tom Paris's Captain Proton. name at least 4 of the remaining 9 Captain Proton characters that were named.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
looking for the character names here.
Right, Amy's straight in there. Go on, Amy.
Bride of Chaotica? No?
That was the episode title.
Character names, Amy. Character names.
Character. Wait, you mean like Janeway?
Well, you can workshop a title by saying that because there's a character's name in the episode title.
Yeah, you already gave us Chaotica. I'll take that. I'll
Right,
take
well,
that.
that
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay.
So, Dr. Chaotica, done.
Okay.
Arachnia?
Well
Yeah.
done, JJ.
Yeah.
Arachnia is another one.
Come on,
what was the
viewers.
robot- What was the robot's name?
Oh, Jon Snow's got it. Satan's robot.
Yeah.
Well done, John.
Didn't
And
the
Jon
alien
Snow also just
do
got the
something?
President of Earth. That's 4.
Oh, wow. Well done. Didn't see
Ah!
that come in. The Doctor, President of Earth.
And now, Kelvin, can you give him the aggressive?
Yeah, we've got Harry Kimler's Buster Kincaid.
Just give him the characters. There is
Oh,
bonus
Buster
here.
Kincaid, Constance Goodhart, and who was his lackey? I can't remember Dr. Chaotica's sidekick guy, but he was the one who was always fool. Yeah, the name's gone. You've got me,
Alright.
Jim.
Okay, we already covered Arachnia, Chaotica. There's Constance Goodhart, the secretary who never did anything but scream.
Yeah.
I would love to see her audition tapes. But, yeah, we covered Buster Kincaid. There's Lonzak.
Lonzak.
We covered President of Earth, Satan's robot, and then everyone forgot about the twin mistresses of evil, Demonica and Malicia.
Ah, the Delaney sisters.
And there go to 2 of the bonus points because Kelvin has already named the
Oh,
characters.
I should just go on mute.
No.
And the bonus point is name the Voyager crew members who played these characters. Kelvin has already given away 2 of these, so can anyone name the rest?
So can I say Janeway's Arachnia?
Yeah, Janeway is 1, so that's 1 point.
One for
Okay.
Amy.
Harry Kim,
Yes.
One for Kristen.
the Delaney sisters.
There's gone.
I'll take that as I'll take.
Jon
take
Snow
that as
said
point.
EMH, and he
Oh.
also got the other point, so we'll give that. Now, we've got a controversial one here, Jim. Need a
Yep.
steward's inquiry. So Jon Snow's saying 7 of 9.
I
Now,
was
Constance
about to say, I
Goodhart
have that.
wasn't. They brought 7 of 9 in night, and they said you're going to play Constance Goodhart, the secretary. But when you actually see the character, it was just the holodeck version. So can he have that?
Yeah, because I was going to say I actually do have that listed here. I do actually have her listed here as one of the crew members.
Wonderful.
So he does get a point. Okay, question 5. We are moving back in time to the Enterprise era.
Oh no, I'm out.
Okay.
They don't have holodecks.
But I was able to get a question from this era though.
Okay.
As seen in the Enterprise episode Unexpected, what species introduced humanity to the concept of the holodeck?
Jim.
Oh.
Jim.
This
Was that
is
your answer?
This is
your answer,
good.
Jim?
Right, viewers. What were the
And
what were
here's
the
the hint.
species?
Here's the hint.
There's the
just to
hint.
help. As Trip learned in the episode, the men of this species carry the babies during pregnancy.
Right.
This is hard, this, Jim. I love it. Yeah, the one where Trip gets pregnant. That's the Friends
Yeah.
version of the episode title. Anyone getting it?
Benign.
No, you're at the right end of the alphabet. Bit further. I think you've got them, Jim.
Yeah.
No one on the chat's got it. It was the Zerillians.
Oh,
Wow. Kelvin, I can't believe you knew that. I mean, I can. It's just typical.
I recently watched it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's one last question here. The Enterprise D, the Enterprise E, the Defiant, and the Voyager. From this group of 4 Berman-era hero vessels, one doesn't have a feature that the rest have. Which ship am I referring to, and what feature doesn't it have?
The Defiant. And
Yes.
it doesn't have it being shrunk. What? Can I go?
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, okay. And it got shrunk, and it's called One Little Ship.
What's okay? I'll give you a little hint, Amy.
Oh.
What's the common theme of all my questions?
The holodeck. So the Defiant.
That wasn't in the holodeck.
Yes. So Amy gets a point, and then I'll give Kristin a point also there.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a holodeck.
Yes.
Well done. You
Yeah.
got it between you.
Yeah,
Teamwork.
the Defiant does not have a holodeck. It's the only ship that never had one. They always
Yeah,
had to go-
as Tim
they always
points
had to go
out,
to
the
port.
Defiant is a warship. That's right,
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. No time
Nope.
for play when you're
No
at war.
buffer time on the Defiant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all of the questions.
Well
Oh my
done.
gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I've got to make
That was-
sense of all of this scribble now.
I know.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Answers were just being flown out with.
Oh, we need to get buzzers for next time. But
Yeah, next time, Amy, let's work on a system where we have buzzers.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll need
similar
to talk
Touchpoints.
with Davey on that. Oh my gosh.
I think that's why Davey instituted the buzzers.
Yes. Mm.
Ooh.
I just
Right,
looked
I've
at
got-
the chat and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So much participation. Good job, you guys.
Yeah, well done, everyone. Special well done to Jon Snow. He absolutely stormed it there. Well done. No
Tim,
pun
you are right. The
intended.
Defiant does not have a saucer section or a secondary hull.
Yeah.
oh. Yeah.
So I've got some scores if you're interested.
All righty. Lay it
So
on us.
in 4th place, we have JJ with 3 points.
Yay.
In 3rd, we have Amy just ahead with 4.5.
Yay.
Then jumping up to 2nd place, we have the viewers with 13.5. Can you believe it? But look at this for a top score and taking the crown. It's Kristin with 16 points. Whoop.
Wow. Wow.
A
Wow.
major leap from last time.
I think last time I had 0.5 was my total
Yeah.
score was 0.5. And I was like, hey.
Oh, and your husband says, go, babe.
Oh.
Oh.
He's out in the kitchen just listening to me scream in the other room.
It's a good job. It's a good job Davey's dropped off because Kristin, I'd be challenging you to a game of Trexperts quiz. That'll be a
Yes.
little
Oh, we all know
upcoming
Davey
podcast.
Kelvin, we all know Davey just jumped on here to look for possible recruits for a future episode.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh.
Well done, everyone, and well done to the viewers as well. Thanks for getting involved. We love it when you play along.
Yes. Well, I just really would like to thank each of you for coming on our season finale. Jim, for bookending trivia, where can people find you out there?
I am on Bluesky, and I am in and out of the Facebook group.
Very, very good. Again, thank you. Great questions. Lots of bonus points. Very, very
Love
good. Thank you, Jim.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, always a pleasure.
And JJ, thank you for jumping in and saving us at the last minute. There was some behind the scenes look. And
Yeah.
so thank you, JJ, for coming on. Where can people find you?
Yeah, thank you for having me. You can find me on my website, jenadiah.com, and I think I'm on Facebook as well.
I think.
So
Thanks, JJ.
Thank you. And Kristin, thank you so much for coming on just each and every other week.
Yeah.
Was a
Oh,
lot
it's been my
for
pleasure.
bringing us the news. It just really, you did a great job. We love listening to you. I loved what you curated for us. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, and it's been an absolute joy to do.
You were
So
born for it.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
Kelvin.
you.
Wasn't she born for it? Like so much
Absolutely.
so that we need to keep her.
Yeah, so maybe you can tell us where people can find you now and in the very near future, Kristin.
In the very near, so I am on Instagram at kstrats. I am on Reddit at user Garrick's fan club, and I will be very soon joining All Good Things, and I am elated. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So
Well,
it's just a
we
couple
are
weeks away.
looking forward to you joining the team over on All Good Things. I think it's a lovely evolution to bring the show back and
Yes.
keep some of the best bits. And you get to present with Christos instead of opposite him.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. I'm so excited just for the camaraderie, the energy that gets going. It's just it brightens my Sundays.
Yeah.
Well,
So
thank you
it's
so
perfect.
much. We'll
Well,
tell you a
thank
little
you
bit
so
more.
much. So
Yes.
We'll reveal a bit more about that in a little while. And Amy, why don't you tell the viewers and listeners where people can find you?
Well, you can find me in our new Discord. I just really want to push that. It's in our show notes. Join us there on Discord, in our Facebook group, the BQN Collective. I'm still on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson, but really I'm just moving to Discord. I think I'm going to turn my Twitter more to my college football, University of Utah. So if you still want to follow me, that's going to be more football. So that's where that's at. Now, Kelvin, where can people find you?
I was just going to say, I may as well just unfollow you on Twitter then if you're just doing sports. That's not for me. I am on the socials at Kelvin's Timeline, but you can also find me on Discord too. I'm trying my best to learn how to use it. I'm a little bit of a granddad with these things. But you can find me as well on All Good Things, which is coming back after our run of the Viewscreen. All Good Things is going to return on First Contact Day weekend, so that will be Sunday the 7th. Actually, no, I forget it's not live.
Yeah.
We will be recording on Sunday the 7th, but it will be dropping wherever you get your regular podcasts later that week. Usually Thursday, isn't it? We put All Good Things out. Yeah. So not long, a couple of weeks, and we're going to be back to All Good Things.
Yeah. And I guess I should say I also do Union Federation, which will be coming back once Discovery comes on because we cover the new episodes. So you can find me there.
Oh, thanks, guys. Some lovely comments coming in. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
We would really love to hear what you thought of today's show. So we hope that you'll continue the discussion over on the BQN Collective on Facebook, or as Amy says, over on Discord, and the invite code for Discord is in the show notes here on YouTube. So just follow that. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. A huge thank you for those of you who are participating today and our Patreon members. We just really couldn't do this without you. If you would like to support the network and the show, please look for us at patreon.com/BQN. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss our next episode. Season 2.
Season 2. So here we are as we get to the end of our 10 episode run. I think it's only right and proper that we say a huge thank you to all of the regular viewers, people who've been coming back week in week. You know who you are. We really love just getting to chat with you on these Sunday mornings, Sunday evenings, depending where in the world you are. Thank you to all of our guests who've been on each of the episodes. Special thank you to Kristin and Christos, who put the work in alternating with the news and doing their research. But we've got one other person we'd like to say a special thank you to, and it's our lovely producer, David, who tirelessly works behind the scenes. Let's see you, David. Wave.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my gosh, David, we really could not do this without you. We tried one week and it just was a mess.
Yeah, I played the wrong music last week and everything. It was a shit show. So, guys, the magic of all the visuals, the comments, putting it all, moving all the displays wrong, it's all David.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much for being part of the team.
You're very welcome. And I want to thank both of you for allowing me to do this during this season. It's It's been fun. Sorry I wasn't able to be here last week, but I was having fun at SDSF. So
Yeah.
there we go.
We took a week off for the cruise show and had to go to Star Trek San Francisco. Wow. Well,
Thank you.
we are at the end. So in the early planning stages of the Viewscreen, we thought that 10 episodes would be a good amount to start our inaugural first season. But here I am asking you, Amy, this is usually the point where we say, what have we got planned for next week? So you'd be right in thinking there's nothing, or is there?
Oh, wow. We have a very special episode 11 because we are collaborating with Strange New Pod, and they're doing this Last Days of Disco Festival. And so we're going to dedicate episode 11 to Discovery. We're very, very excited. We're going to be highlighting different hosts from the BQN network, so you can figure out what other shows we have if you're not familiar. We've got Matthew Dempsey coming back and he's hosting the Food Replicator, and he's going to be making for us a dish. I've already seen what it is. I'm very excited, and I'm hoping to be in the same room where he makes it so I can sample it. It's the luxury that I have since we're in the same city. So that's very, very fun. We're bringing on Jeremiah Brown, who is host of Captain's Couch, and he's going to discuss the many different captains that we've seen on Discovery. And then from Cinema Z, we're going to have Mark White and Matt Jennings, and they're going to highlight the cinematic nature of Discovery. Is that going to be fun?
Highlighting the network. So that's going to be at its regular time next week. So thank you all again, and thank you, Amy, my love.
Yes, it just has been so wonderful working with you. Like, you're my yin to my yang.
Right, guys, we're getting a bit mushy, so we're going to say goodbye and end transmission. Thank you again.
Bye.